Hello everyone, a very good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all of you. This is your host Vaibhav. In our today's session of JForex Indicators Explained, we are going to consider one. You can't really say it is an indicator. It is sort of a tool which gives you the information regarding the ongoing session, which sessions are ongoing, which sessions have started, which markets are open, and what is their opening and closing time when a particular session has closed. All the information is valuable because we have to decide if the market is active, if the market participants are active, and that we can do in a best possible way if we consider which trading session is underway and what kind of volatility to expect in it, because forex market work 24 hours, but the particular market, if it is a Sydney session or a US session or for that matter the European session, all have their own unique features. We see there is a difference in the volatility for the instruments, various instruments, and different instruments perform differently in different sessions. So this is one such tool, one such indicator of sort where you can find the information regarding the current station. So let us now get to the JForex 4, the newly released trading platform from the Dukascopy Bank SA. This is the chart of the Euro USD with each candle spread defined at hourly. But for the ease of charting, I will split it into 15 minutes each, and then we will plot these indicators. You can simply do a quick search if you type in. So here you can even individually apply these New York session, London session, Tokyo session, Sydney session sticker as well. If you, for example, if you go for this one, you will only see that the candles are going to be highlighted only for the timing when the New York session is underway. So here at this, we started off around 5 hours 45 minutes back. That is when the New York session got underway. I'm not sure which time unit we are considering for the chart, because this doesn't really look like GMT timing. Maybe the time zone is different. Okay, so regardless of what time zone you are using for these charting, you can get these plotting, these highlighting for these sessions in all these time zones. So you don't really have to worry about getting your time zones right. That is also one advantage of these indicator. And also, if you want to trade only during particular trading session and not otherwise, you can use these highlighting feature to decide to trade in these particular hours. So it becomes much easier for you to keep track of different stations and trade accordingly. So here, this was the highlighting for New York session. Similarly, we can have these different sessions. All you have to do is type in, pardon me, here it is London trading session. So this is the time when the London session began, and it has closed now only New York session is underway, which was being highlighted just a while back when we had plotted that. Now, here is for the London session, and those of you who like to keep track of the London session and trade in these session where we get the volatility of the European as well as the US session, because these sessions overlap. We have these particular hours when both these markets are open. The European markets as well as the US markets are open. So this is the sweet spot where you find a lot more volatility compared to the other times of the day when there are only certain sessions underway, but the rest of the markets are off. Now I will remove this as well and plot another one. Let's see the example of Tokyo. So here comes Tokyo trading session, which happens early in the day. So this was the highlighting for the Tokyo trading session. And usually, and also depending on the kind of instrument you have chosen, for Euro USD, the volatility tends to be quite low for the for the Tokyo trading session. It tends to be higher after the start of the London trading session and when there is overlap of the European as well as the New York session, we see a lot of activity creeping in the Euro USD. But for rest of the day, particularly during the early hours of the Asian trading session and also the late hours of the New York session, we don't really see much action, much activity, quite reduced volatility as we are observing even in today's trading session. This is the time when there is an overlap of the European and the New York session. So the volatility tends to be, of course, it is going to be different every day, not same, not similar, because the markets are dynamic. So we can only set certain expectations and expect the market dynamic to be on that line, but we can't be sure, we can't be certain. Now, if we consider this depreciation, it was early in the day. Similarly, we can also have other major session, which is Sydney. So here the plotting is being done for the Sydney trading session, which starts after the closure of the US session. There is not much gap between the closing of the New York session and the start of the Sydney trading session. Now if I plot New York session as well, we will see. Let us plot. So here, when the New York session closes after a short while, we see the start of the Sydney trading session. So there is an interesting feature of the market, and that's why it is said that the markets are open 24 hours a day, but we have to pick the timings where we feel comfortable trading, where we feel that the markets are likely to behave as per our expectations and trade accordingly. So that's how the system works. Now let me give you a representation of the tool where we combine all these info in a single plotting, and for that I will plot this feature where we have this plotting, and as you can notice, let me remove this segmentation. Alright, so here this is the combination where we get the information regarding the closing and the opening times of all four major stations, the Sydney, Tokyo, London and the New York station, where we get to see these opening hours and the closing hours listed. So there is highlighting in different colors. It makes our job easier. I would prefer to have these used on the chart all day long, because we need to be careful of the the unique volatility features of these different stations, and accordingly we can set our expectations. So it becomes much important for us to know these different stations and plan our trades accordingly.